19th, 2016, and we are about to head out here into the Great Smoky Mountains from the Low Gap Trail head here at the Cosby Campground. It is looking like it's going to be a bit of a soggy hike. We're planning for 5 days and 4 nights. We are prepared to cut it short by a day and make it a 3-night trip instead. We are booked to stay in a tent site tonight and then at a couple of different lean-tos for the 2 middle nights at Laurel Gap, as well as Tricorner on the AT there before we walk out. Being real careful not to get too close to the poison ivy here. Just remember, if you see leaves of 3, leave them be. With that in mind, we're about to head out here. May 19th here at campsite 37 in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Fortunately, it's a nice dry campground here. Rotating around to look at our kitchen there. Anthony brought a really nice tarp that's going to be very beneficial for what's probably going to be a fairly soggy trip. Here's the laundry room, it's clotheslined. That's what there is to see so far at campsite 37.
Late at night, awake in bed, it's dead quiet, but the sound of your breath.
It's May 21st here at the Laurel Gap. It's actually more comfortable than I thought it would be. This is my first lean-to experience, sharing sort of a sheltered dorm here. And it's designed to hold about 12 people. In our case, we only had to share it with 2 others. Given the weather, it was quite rainy yesterday. Imagine the other 2 reservations probably bailed on their plans, but yeah, today we actually have a little over 6 miles to go to Tricorner Nub, and yeah, we're expecting that to be more crowded since it's right there on the Appalachian Trail, and because it's gonna be a Saturday night anyway. Looks like my breakfast is almost ready, so better get back to that. That's all for now.
So here we are on day 3, hiking along the Balsam Mountain Trail. Stayed in the Laurel Gap shelter last night with a couple of really friendly guys from Tennessee who know the park really well. Some great bear stories to tell. Took a little walk right before bedtime and saw a wild boar and a little baby running off into the woods. Thought it was a bear at first, but something about the shape didn't feel right. All this moisture is supposed to clear out here by 10, 11 o'clock according to the forecast that Carver at the shelter had seen yesterday morning. So we're looking for a pretty nice day. Pretty easy hiking just along the ridge. Headed for the Appalachian Trail and Tricorner shelter. And got a little view of the trees here.
Usually break for moss, being from the Pacific Northwest, United States. We've got plenty of moss out there, but I've got to say, this is pretty impressive here. We've got at least 3 or 4 varieties of what appear to be ornamental moss or lichen maybe. Just wanted to give you a closer look at this today. Of course, this is the perfect environment, nice and soggy, to grow an interesting variety of these different types of moss. May 22nd, and we're here at Tricorner. It's still been raining pretty steadily. We got a few sun breaks yesterday, but this is our one shelter we're staying at. It's also on the Appalachian Trail, so largely through hikers here, and not quite full. Last night I think it was 11 out of the 14 spots that were full, unlike the night before, which was overloaded with maybe 20 people for 14 spots. So still deciding if we want to continue on for one more night. So we'll see how it goes today and take it from there. May 22nd, 2016, on the Appalachian Trail, and this is the first ridgeline we've come up on that's really has much of any exposure on both sides like this. It looks like it may have been cultivated at one time with some fruit trees. One may ask, what makes the Appalachian Trail different from other long trails or short trails? And for one thing, it's steeper than you think. Even though it is not nearly as tall as the mountains out west, it has the grade that's actually not at all meant for pack animals like the longer trails out west. The unique markings on the trees, those white notches that you see there, is distinctive of the Appalachian Trail as well. And then of course the wide array of vegetation, at least in the Great Smoky Mountains here through Tennessee and North Carolina, makes this part of the Appalachian Trail quite distinctive.
For some night air, the waning moon calls to me there.
Den Ridge Trail on May 22nd. We found that sections of the trail have been kind of like hiking through creek beds, and now we've come up on a critter that you might expect to find in the creek. Crawfish or crawdad? He's very still at the moment. I'm wondering if he's still, oh, yep, he's got some reflexes there. Can't quite grip the end of the pole.
He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Pick it up. Grab it.
Oh, almost.
Grab it.
Hey, little buddy, nice to meet you.